Today on Anime Dudes, we are going to be going over everything we know so far about Dragon Ball Super Superhero.
Thank you so much again for tuning in. Please smash that like button. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm and for us to reach more people. What are your thoughts and opinions on today's episode? Please comment below. Let us know and we'll get back to you in the comments. And if you do like this kind of content, we would definitely be very, very thankful if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you get up to date when new videos are released. Thank you again, guys.
Okay, let's get the simple one out of the way. We know it's coming out in 2022. Now, nothing beyond that has been confirmed. Could be late in the year, could be early in the year. I have my doubts on it being early in the year. I have a feeling we're not going to see this movie until late 2022. I could always be wrong, obviously. It's just my thoughts. I'm hoping that's the case because I don't want to wait nearly a year to see this movie. So, it's been confirmed that there's going to be a time skip. The evidence is right here in Pan's new character design for Superhero. Now, as you can see in this, she looks a lot older than the last time she was seen in the manga at the end of the Moro arc. She's even wearing a new kindergarten uniform. So, from this, we can assume about roughly 3 to 5 years have passed. This is a pretty significant time skip. Now, does this mean that we're finally going to get to see Goten and Trunks look older than 8, or are we stuck with the cute and cuddly design for life? Too much time has passed for them to get away with that same design they've had for the last 20 years. Again, time will tell. Now, on the off chance that they actually do age and look older than they have for the last 20 years, hopefully Goten takes after his GT counterpart. Because I gotta say, at the last episode of Z, his older design, I wasn't a fan of. I mean, nothing against his long hair. I have long hair. But the GT, his non-canon counterpart, I think pulled off the older Goten look a little bit better. Now, there's only so much you can do with Trunks since future Trunks has been a part of the story for a while. His look's established. Not liking the end of Z Goten is solely my opinion. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people feel that way, but if you like him, hey, that's awesome. Hey, someone has to. At the At Home 2021 Comic-Con panel, they had 3 guests there. I mean, these guests revealed some good information about the upcoming movie. If you've seen our video here a couple days ago, we posted some clips from it. Just in case you didn't though, these 3 guests included Goku's Japanese voice actress Masako Nozawa, the head of the Dragon Ball group over at Shueisha, Akio Ioku, and the producer of the Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie, Norihiro Hayashida. Like I said, a lot of good info was revealed at this panel. For starters, we got 3 character designs, 3 updated character designs for 3 already established characters, and a design for a brand new character. Now, here, let's take a look at Piccolo's new design for the movie. You see anything different? Yeah, as you can see, the secondary color on his arm has went from the anime's usual pink color to a yellow. And also, there's one more thing, and I don't blame you if you didn't notice it, it's pretty subtle. His sash has went from blue, now it's red. This is how Piccolo appears in the manga, and I gotta say, I am a big fan of this change. It's cool to see it animated this way. I have no complaints about this whatsoever. And here we have Krillin's new updated design. As you can see, he's sporting a new fancy police uniform. And also, one more thing, if you look really, really close, you'll see it. No pun intended. But yeah, anyway, that's right. The circles around his eyes, they're colored in white. In the anime, they usually have them colored in a tan color. This is to be more exact with how Toriyama wanted Krillin to look. Honestly, I gotta say, I was all for the Piccolo change, but the white eyes on Krillin just looks kind of weird in my opinion. Anyway, I mean, it's not that big of a change. It's really subtle, but now that I've noticed it, I keep looking at it, and it's bugging me. And here we got Pan's updated design. We touched on it here a little bit ago. I'll go over it really quick. Older, kindergarten uniform, and by the looks of it, by the sounds of it, she's going to be playing a much bigger role in this movie. That was also confirmed during this panel. And lastly, we have our design for our new character. As you can see, it's an alien wearing a uniform with the number 1 on it. And by the looks down there, he's packing some serious space heat. That sounded weird now that I said that out loud. Anyway, Also, later on, there was a second visual for a character who looked exactly like this guy put out. The only difference is he had a number 2 on the front of his uniform as opposed to the guy's number 1. What does this mean? Well, obviously, we're getting some space twins. But honestly, I can assume by the look of them, they're going to be associates of Jocko in some way, shape, or form, or related to him, somehow, some way. Oh yeah, on a side note, Toriyama confirmed the arrival of a surprise character that's going to shock us all. Who is that going to be exactly? We don't know yet. My money is on Cooler, but, if you really sit down and think about it, with the time skip in play, it might even be Oob. With all this time that's passed, he'd be old enough to take part in the actual story and be relevant somehow. I mean, he might even be the same age as Goten and Trunks by now, 8. The 3 confirmed that Toriyama is more heavily involved in Dragon Ball Super Superhero than even more than Battle of the Gods, Resurrection F, and even Broly. I mean, the evidence for this is in the updated character designs. They closely resemble the manga Toriyama's image of them. Now, it's said that he's even behind the original story of the movie, the character designs, as we touched on, even right down to the lines in the script. I'm excited about this with the more involvement from Toriyama because we know we'll be getting Dragon Ball how we were meant to get it. Okay, last regards to the Comic-Con panel, Akio Ioku is quoted saying that this movie will stun all of the fans. It's supposedly going to leave us thinking, wow, I didn't think it'd be that good, and so this is what Dragon Ball is capable of. So what does that mean? I don't know exactly. Let's just say I'm excited. Now, because Dragon Ball is pretty good already, so if this is going to be that much better, let's hurry up and get this movie out. From the teaser that was released, it looks like mostly, if not all, Dragon Ball Super Superheroes is going to be CG animated. I mean, this is a major change from the Broly animation. How do you guys feel about this? I mean, I have mixed feelings about it because the Broly animation was simply beautiful. I wish everything was animated that way. Until I see it, I'm going to wait to start hating. I'm just hoping, at the moment, I'm hoping that this is not foreshadowing that all future Dragon Ball projects will be animated CG. Apparently, Dragon Ball Super Superhero is going to have a lot more slice-of-life moments in this movie, as opposed to what we're used to. Apparently, it's going to still contain plenty of action to keep us all satisfied. But what does this more slice-of-life mean? Well, from what I can assume is that this movie will not be as heavily Goku and Vegeta oriented as the Broly movie was. Now, this is cool. I mean, I'm excited about this because now we get to see some less relevant characters finally get their time to shine, their, chance in the spotlight. Because we all know Goku and Vegeta, we all know how strong they are, we all know what they can do, and yeah, they're probably going to get some more transformations down the road. But I think it'd be cool to see, someone else do something. I know I'm not the only one that feels like that either. Now, with the more down-to-earth tone that this movie is apparently shooting for, we might get the chance to see some really cool things like, baseball star Yamcha. Because remember, people, that was a thing. I mean, this movie might even show how Master Roshi converts from his classic swimsuit mags to porn. I don't know, anything is possible, right? But in all seriousness, guys, given the title of this movie, one thing that we can assume to see a lot more of is more of the Great Saiyaman. Or, more Police Officer Krillin because he's a hero too. Alright, one more big piece of info I have for you is Piccolo's house. That's right, you heard it. Piccolo is now a homeowner. I never thought I'd see the day. But to me, this strongly suggests that this movie is in fact going to be canon. Because think about it, if it's not, once the main story continues, everything, people, places, things, events, yada yada, everything that's non-canon, that has to go bye-bye. And that would include Piccolo's house. Now, Toriyama's done Piccolo dirty in the past. It's no news to anybody. I mean, with the constant growing power gaps between him and the Saiyans, the going from a demon to a slugman thing, and the constant lack of relevancy. But making him homeless? I don't think so. Toriyama would not do that to Piccolo. I hope not. Alright people, thank you so much today for tuning in. That is all the info out at the moment for Dragon Ball Super Superhero. As soon as more comes out, I'm going to be talking about it. So make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to Anime Dudes so you're updated as soon as we put new videos out, because We're releasing new videos as soon as we get notified with more info for the movie.